Hi guys, so I've got a quick break just between patients here and I wanted to do a really short little video for you. I spoke to you all about a patient a few weeks ago. This patient, she is 30 years old. She had back pain for 11 years. It happened when she was sat on a bus and her bus was hit from behind by another vehicle and she got shunted forward in her seat. She got sort of pelvic pain, that's where it started, then it moved up into the lower spine, then up into the upper back, then into the neck, and then she started to get some headaches most recently. I saw this patient about 3.5 weeks ago. When I saw her 3.5 weeks ago, her previous visit was about 2 to 3 weeks before that. Over that time frame, she'd had about 40% pain reduction, which, given that she'd had pain for 11 years, is incredible. And I was so chuffed, I came and did a video for you guys, letting you know what we're doing with her, okay? I saw her last Friday, so that's 3 weeks from when I made the video for you guys and from when I previously saw her. Over those 3 weeks, that's 21 days. She had 18 days pain-free. Bingo, okay? We have got a formula for getting rid of her back pain, okay? Sounds like I'm blowing my own trumpet a little bit. What I'm blowing the trumpet of is a research-based approach for beating low back pain, okay? Because everything that I've done with her is documented in the research to be highly effective for reducing long-term back pain, all right? So what did we do? Well, we found that she wasn't exercising at all. That's not good enough. We need to get her up and about and walking, moving. And we had to do that in a certain way that it didn't aggravate her existing pain. So that required a little bit of jiggling around of how she's gonna do it. She wasn't sleeping properly, okay? So sleep routine was all over the place. She'd go to bed and play on her phone for ages. So we've changed that, okay? She was very fearful of the pain. So we had to go through like a re-education process. So I had to teach her what back pain does and doesn't mean, what you should and shouldn't be doing when you have it and when you don't have it. Or if the pain is starting to come on, how do you respond? How do you react? Getting control of your emotions as well in those situations. So we did all of that. She had 40% improvement a while back, so I did a video for you guys. Over the next 3 weeks, she then had 18 days without any pain. Perfect, okay? What we found is a formula for her recovery. So we got in there, we figured out what her, what the triggers were, what was causing her low back pain, and then we worked around and beat those, okay? This isn't a case of, oh, her pelvis was out of alignment, or she had some kind of instability in the SI joint, or there was loads of degeneration or whatever. There's probably some of that stuff going on, but that happens in everyone, okay? People have SI joint dysfunction and they do and they don't have pain, okay? But what you have to have on top of that is other factors like being incredibly fearful, altering your behaviors to an unhelpful direction, not exercising enough, not sleeping properly, being too stressed, having mental health problems as well contributes to it. So when you then put all those things together, you into the mixing pot and you mix it around, that's where the back pain comes from, okay? If I only treat her SI joint dysfunction or the restriction in her facet joints in her low back, she's only gonna get a tiny amount of improvement and it probably won't be sustained. When we start going into these other things that are in her lifestyle and in her thought processes and in her behaviors, that's where the secret is and that's where she recovers, okay? It's the same for you guys, okay? If we can get in there and we can figure out what your triggers are and we can figure out how we're gonna combat those and then do that in the right way and sustain it for a period of time, really go with it, even if we're not initially experiencing improvement, that is where you guys can recover, okay? So all of that stuff that I've mentioned, that approach, that is the gold standard within the research. That's what it says you should be doing. It's what, unfortunately, a lot of people do not receive that care for whatever reason. It takes a long time for that to become commonplace, but the great news is that is what we have based the spinal recovery program on. That's our online program that we run with our patients. That program, our online program, uses a gold standard approach to not only reduce your pain effectively, but to help you manage it and reduce it and control it long term, okay? Because only by understanding where the triggers are and what you should and shouldn't be doing, actually having a high standard education around back pain and around your back, your pelvis, your SI joints, your spine, your discs, understanding all of those things properly, that is where you guys can make those big leaps and bounds forwards, okay? So if you are interested in the program, feel free to drop a message below, comment below, drop me a message, whatever, we can have a little chat. Maybe I can offer a little bit of advice for where you're at the moment. keep plugging away though. You know, see if you can figure out what those triggers are in your lifestyle that you think brings your pain on, and stick those in the comments below. Share those with everybody, because that might be an opportunity for us all to learn and to understand better. All right. So I hope you have a great week. I'll catch you all again soon. Yeah, enjoy. Merry Christmas.